going to learn a couple of different moves that we can do on the spin. Good things to keep in mind is that you should be able to do these tricks on a static pole before you try it on a spin. Please and thank you. It's for your own safety. What we're going to learn today is the pole walk. So for this, we're going to do a push-pull. So from the ground, you're going to reach up. We're going to start with our right. So you're going to reach your right hand up and grab the pole. Okay, we're not overextending. We're not coming down low. We're just lifting our arm up and we're grabbing the pole because we want to be able to pull down like this. Okay, so pulling your shoulder blade down and away from your ear is going to engage the top arm. Our bottom arm is going to come down about, I have mine about hip height, and my fingers are pointing down, okay? I'm not necessarily opening my palm. That's more of a spinning motion. I'm going to wrap. Thumb pointing down. I find it helps my stability with my bottom arm if I extend that index finger. Instead of wrapping it around the pole, I extend it down the pole. So what you're going to do is you're going to practice from the ground. You're going to pull down, okay? Pull down with that top arm and push with that bottom arm, okay? I'm going to be using my elbow as a bit of a shelf that's going to allow my hip area to rest on. So I'm going to pull, push, and just bring my hips away from the pole, okay? I'll show you a different angle with my right arm up. Okay, when I lift, I'm turning into my top arm. Okay, it would be the same if my left was up. All right. It's going to make it a little more difficult if you turn into that bottom arm. It puts a little bit more weight on that bottom arm. I prefer to use my bottom arm as a way to stabilize me, as my top arm does the majority of the work. If you want a little bit more height, all you gotta do is climb the pole for one climb, okay? Here I'm just going to lift, one, up, grab, grab. A little more room down there, see? One more time, slightly in the air, okay? I'm gonna put my leg up to the pole, pretending like we're doing a pole climb. My other tutorials have more in-depth details on how to do a proper pole climb, but we'll just do a quick refresher here. I'm gonna start with my leading leg. It's gonna be my right leg. So I'm gonna put my shin up to the pole, like this, okay, knee on one side, top of my foot on the other side, and I'm pressing my shin into the pole. Okay, I'm gonna have my same hand about face height, opposite hand is gonna reach up, I'm gonna lift and bring that other leg in front, squeezing through your thighs here, okay? You need to be able to get that squeeze because we're going to be releasing one of our hands to bring it down, okay? Okay, and I'm gonna squeeze, put whatever one I want up, whichever one I want down, pull with the top, push with the bottom. That's my body dangle. So we're gonna try it from spin. Same movements that we were doing on static. Now I just want you to push off and let your body go in one direction. So I'm gonna lift with my right, push with my bottom. Sometimes to get a little bit more air from the ground, I start with my tippy toes up. You can do either or, but I'm gonna start with my tippy toes up for this spin. I'm gonna reach up, I'm gonna grab, I'm gonna push with that bottom, and I'm gonna turn towards my top arm as I push the opposite way, okay? I'm going to push, keeping that same hold. And down. Let's try the other side because you never know. If one side seems pretty hard, maybe it's the other one that you should be working on. Quick reminder, pulling with the top arm, okay, shoulder away from ear, pushing with that bottom arm, and I'm turning into my top arm. Okay, we're gonna try it from a bit of a climb. So as I go into my climb, I'm gonna push off with my bottom leg. So if I'm putting my right leg up, I'm pushing off with my left leg. Same setup, okay? I'm gonna reach, lift, go into my pole climb. Reach, lift, squeeze through my knees, okay? Top arm shoots up, bottom arm comes down, push, pull. Trying with the other side. Important things to keep in mind is to make sure that you are engaging that shoulder throughout this whole movement, because we don't want to pull your shoulder out or injure it in any way. So again, that's as easy as just pulling down away from your ear, okay? That's going to hold you up there. If you are finding that you're kind of, when you do it statically, if you find that you do this, every time you try and do it, you can't stay still. You're either not pulling enough with that top, or you're not actually pushing with that bottom. Usually it's because you're not pulling with the top, because if I'm just dangling like this, okay, this isn't very sturdy for me. I have to actively pull through that top arm to get the stability I need, and at the same time, I'm crunching my core. Okay, I'm feeling like I'm tucking everything in. I like to point my toes throughout this movement, but again, it depends on what kind of movement you're doing. A lot of people can do that like kind of like cool little circus walk this way. Depends on the style that you're going for your routine, okay? Personally, I like to point my toes throughout this movement because I find it keeps my entire body engaged. So I have an easier time holding up that position and walking nice and slow. What I don't want to see is you doing this. Okay, it's not a race. I want you to get comfortable with that slow, elegant, gazelle-like walk, okay? Again, if you're not quite there yet and you're a little bit scared, just try doing it without kicking your legs around. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, the more comfortable I get doing that, the easier it is for me to slow down my leg movements, okay? We want it nice and erotic and exotic, nice and slow moving. Last bit of advice, if you are spinning too fast, please stick a limb out and away from the pole. Goes with every spin trick that you're doing. If you're going too fast, stick a body part out and you will stop. I will show you. Okay, let's just pretend I went into a crazy fast climb. Now that I'm here, I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna stick my leg out. You see how fast I slow down there? So when in doubt, stick out a leg. Usually I don't take my arms off because I'm trying to grip on for dear life. But like it's just as easy as sticking a leg out for this pole walk, same thing. Oh no, I'm going too fast. Slow down. A little faster. Slow down. Okay, if you have any questions about that, feel free to DM me, send me a message. Hopefully it's as detailed as possible. Have fun and train fearlessly.